Hello, welcome back and thanks for watching. Today we're going to be making red velvet cake, one of my most requested cakes, very delicious and moist. So yeah, we're going to start by sifting the dry ingredients together. I already sifted the flour in the bowl, so now I'm just adding the cocoa powder and baking soda. So the cocoa powder is unsweetened natural cocoa powder. So I've sifted the flour, the baking soda and the cocoa powder, and there's also salt in the bowl. So I'm just gonna mix the dry ingredients together. So I'll use the same whisk to cream the butter and the sugar together. So I just want to show us that we can do this by hand. I know most of the time we use the machine or like the mixer to do it, but if you have a good whisk you can always mix this by hand. So I want to do it such that anybody can do it. So now I'm just adding the oil to the bowl too, because here we're using both butter and oil. The butter gives it a nice flavor, but the oil helps to keep it moist. Now I'm giving you all the tips and tricks to having a moist, delicious cake. So keep whisking until they are well incorporated. You see how it's getting lighter in color, and yeah, everything is coming together nicely. So now I'm adding eggs. See, one of my helpers is readily available to help, so I'm putting the eggs one at a time. That helps the eggs to incorporate better than when you put all at once. I'm going to whisk that until they're well combined using some muscle. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Sour cream is another ingredient that makes cakes really moist. It's slightly acidic, but that acidity helps to make your cake moist too. That is vanilla extract. I'll put the quantities in the description box, please. So I'm just mixing all the wet ingredients together. Sorry, not all, because the milk will come in at the end with the dry ingredients. We'll first put the red food coloring. It's red velvet cake, so we need some red food coloring. So I'm just gonna put a tablespoon of that to give us that bright red color that red velvet cakes have. So I added 2 more drops just to make sure it's really red, because when we add the dry ingredients it might not be as red as it is right now. Some red food colorings don't really give you that bright red color. I used to buy some before, like the Wilton. It didn't really give me that bright red color. This one is Ameri color. I'm gonna put the link to where I got it in the description box too. So after the red food coloring, I'm just gonna add the vinegar, 1 teaspoon of vinegar. The vinegar also works together with the cocoa powder to enhance the red color. Don't worry, you will not smell or taste the vinegar. It's just a little quantity. Yes, so now I'm going to alternate my dry ingredients with our milk or buttermilk. So I'll put about 1/3 of the dry ingredients and then alternate it with the milk. It's actually buttermilk, but if you don't have buttermilk you can use milk. Buttermilk is another thing that helps cakes to be moist. See, now I'm giving you all the secrets to my nice, moist, delicious cakes. Okay, so we'll mix that in. When it's incorporated, we'll add the dry ingredients again. So we'll keep alternating the dry and wet ingredients until everything is mixed well together. See, that whisk does a really good job of mixing. If you don't have a mixer, a stand mixer or a hand mixer, you can still mix cake. You can still use just the whisk. So now I'm doing the last addition of the flour and the other dry ingredients. I'm just gonna mix everything together until it's well incorporated. But don't overmix. Overmixing cake batters also give you a dry cake. Overmixing makes the gluten in the flour to kind of harden and give you a dry cake or hard cake. So just mix until everything is combined well. So I already prepared my pans. I have 3 6-inch pans that I oiled and floured them. So when you apply oil or butter any fat to the pans, then you put some flour to it. That helps the cakes not to stick to the pans, and the cakes come out really easily. If you want it accurate, make sure your cake layers are even. You can use a scale to measure the quantities of the batter that you put in each pan. So now me and my helpers are just going to like hit the pans on the countertop to get out any air bubbles before we put it in the oven. So I preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll bake the cakes for about 45 minutes. Check the cakes, you just put a toothpick or a skewer into it, and when it comes out clean, it means the cakes are all done. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like my video and share, and see you in my next video. Bye for now.